So why is the IRS buying 40 caliber submachine guns? This is Biden's government right now, and mind you, this is the same guy who's trying to take so-called assault rifles, assault weapons, even though there's no such thing. Uh, he's trying to take away our guns. He's trying to stockpile weapons and submachine guns for the federal government. This is crazy. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this crazy, wild, threatening news. The federal government's weaponization and militarization continue without restraint, while Congress and state governments remain passive observers. The IRS, when questioned by the corporate media about its possession of automatic weapons, ammunition stockpiles, and armed staff trained for lethal force, claimed these acquisitions were for administrative purposes. What? When you think of administrative purposes, you think about paperwork, you think about pens, you think about stuff that you use for office stuff, computers. You don't think about submachine guns. It has become evident that the globalists are not only equipping the IRS, but nearly every other federal agency with military grade weaponry inaccessible to American citizens. For instance, why does the IRS require armored vehicles, flashbang grenades filled with tear gas, and 40 caliber submachine guns? By the end of 2017, the IRS had accumulated 4,487 firearms and over 5 million rounds of ammunition, and it's likely that they possess even more in 2023. The Inflation Reduction Act, also known as the Schumer-Manchin tax bill, will recently passed the Senate, providing the IRS with substantial resources, prompting concerns about its increased militarization. Over the past 2 years, the IRS has intensified its purchases of firearms and ammunition, buying almost $700,000 worth of ammo in early 2022. This led to the introduction of the Disarm the IRS Act, although it faced resistance from Washington's bipartisan support for a militarized federal government. The IRS is not the only agency undergoing militarization. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has also acquired numerous 40 caliber submachine guns, potentially for use in raids or independent food producers, including the Amish community. The Small Business Administration and Health and Human Services have also made substantial acquisitions of firearms and ammunition. So, is the federal government preparing for a full-scale conflict against citizens who resist government-approved narratives on pandemics, foreign wars, and globalist policies? It appears that the globalists may be getting ready to suppress dissent through force, potentially silencing outspoken conservatives. This could involve criminalizing speech contradicting government messaging, encouraging individuals to report on each other, particularly during times of economic hardship. Recent indictments of Trump supporters in Georgia and Michigan send a chilling message, as does the aggressive prosecution of pro-life activists under the FACE Act for peaceful demonstrations outside of abortion clinics. I mean, they can't even pray outside of abortion clinics without getting a visit from the FBI. This is crazy. In August alone, the FBI conducted pre-dawn raids resulting in deaths of 4 Americans with questionable justification. This pattern of violence could lead to political dissents simply vanishing without a trace. Think Communist Party, CCP. That's what happens in China. The situation is growing increasingly dire with each episode. To counter this disturbing trend, More people must speak out boldly while remaining peaceful, and that's the main thing: remaining peaceful, because they will try to set you up. I mean, look at the J6 people. And strength lies in numbers, and it's essential to pray for peace and averted societal collapse, as people may not be prepared for the consequences of their words being criminalized. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.